Hey guys, my name is Michael and I'll be explaining to you project life cycles and product life cycles. I will start by explaining product life cycles. The life cycle of a product has 4 phases. These phases are the introduction phase, the growth phase, the maturity phase, and the decline phase. The introduction phase is the first phase of the product life cycle. In this phase, the product will undergo research, development, and consumer testing. If consumer testing is positive, the product is then launched, which will include its initial distribution and a marketing launch to grab the attention of consumers. At this time, there is often little or no competition. However, it will take time and advertising dollars for the market to accept the product. As a result, sales will be low initially until the product is accepted by the market, and the company is likely to lose money in this phase. Once the product has entered the growth phase, the product will have been accepted by the market. Sales will begin to increase during this phase, and generally the product will have few competitors. Profit margin and overall profit will increase in this phase, and this allows the company to make minor adjustments to the product if necessary. When in the maturity phase, the product will have established itself on the market and the manufacturer will be attempting to retain their market share. Manufacturers will often consider product enhancements and adjustments in this phase to keep their product relevant and to stop it from moving on to the decline phase. In the decline phase, the product is losing popularity and will eventually become unprofitable or even obsolete. Alternative products being more technologically advanced could cause this, or it could be caused by saturation, which is where everybody that wants a product already has one. The main way to fight this is to drop the price of the product to make it more attractive to consumers. The life cycle of a project is different to that of a product. The life cycle of a project contains 4 phases. These phases are the project initiation phase, the planning phase, the execution phase, and the closure phase. During the project initiation phase, the needs and objectives of the project are identified. A business case needs to be developed with recommended solutions and alternative solution options. A feasibility study also needs to be carried out to determine the suitability of all options. A final recommended solution must be provided which addresses the feasibility and justification of the project. Once the recommended solution has been approved by the client, the project can be initiated and a project manager can be appointed. The major deliverables need to be identified, and after this the project team can be formed to suit the needs of the project. The project manager can then seek approval to move on to the detailed planning phase. During the planning phase, the completion of the project is planned in detailed steps. All work to be done and resources required are identified. The project budget will also need to be prepared, with cost estimates for labour, equipment and materials. A risk assessment must be performed to identify any risks, as well as the impact of said risk occurring. Solutions must be provided to all identified risks to decrease the likelihood of their occurrence or to minimise the impact. Additionally, all stakeholders must be identified and communication plans must be established between all stakeholders. A quality plan must be created and documented. This plan must contain scheduled targets, assurances and control measures. An acceptance plan must be created that documents the client's requirement to accept the completion of the project. By the end of the planning phase, the project would be planned in full detail and would be ready to be executed. The third phase of a project is the execution phase. During the execution phase, the project plan is put into motion. The project manager compares results with the project plan and takes action to make up time when the project falls behind the plan. It is also essential that any variations from the plan are recorded. For example, if construction has to stop due to wet weather. The project plan should be updated regularly to account for variations from the project plan. To keep on track, it is crucial that the communication and control of the project is maintained. The final phase of a project is the closure phase. During this phase, the final deliverables are released to customers and all required documentation is to be handed over to the business client. Supplier contracts are terminated and project closure is communicated to all stakeholders. Finally, the project is reviewed and future recommendations are made based on this review. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps you with your understanding of product life cycles and project life cycles.